Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and as always, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting the like and subscribe button as I'm on my way to 100 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. So, for those of y'all who stuck around on the channel, stay subscribed while I took my hiatus or my absence away. I really do appreciate y'all staying through with me and watching the new video, because that video actually did more views than I expected it to do and got more likes. So, I really appreciate that. But guys, this is a new series I'm gonna be showcasing you guys. Is going to have like probably several different episodes where we're just going to be talking about the Pokemon TCG, how to play the Pokemon TCG, and I'll have a couple cool friends in kind of helping me guide y'all along the way. So this is going to be an educational video. So today I just want to talk about the Pokemon cards themselves, what they are, and then I'll show a couple of cool cards that might help you start out your journey into the game. I'm not going to be going over like how to attack or none of that in this video. So if that's a video that you're wanting to see, just stay tuned. I'll have that out later on. But anyways, without further ado, let me quit rambling and go on. Okay, the first Pokemon I'm going to showcase you today is called Badoof. So Badoof is a single prize basic Pokemon. So what single prize means is there's nothing in in the box down here that says you take more prizes. So if you're in the game and you're facing a Pokemon that's getting knocked out, it will say if it takes more, it will take, you get more prizes. It'll tell you that. It's called Pokemon rule box. So your rule box will be here or here with a Radiant card, and then it'll tell you what it is. So it's a basic up here, it's Badoof, and this is his HP. So what HP is his health. So in order to knock this out, you have to have an attack that does more than his HP, and then he has his resistance and weakness. So if he has a weakness, he takes double damage from an attack, and then if he has resistance, he doesn't take as much damage. So, and then the retreat cost. So retreat cost means if you want to move him from the active back to your bench, you have to detach energy or use a special card to be able to move him. That has to have a requirement cost. So, and we'll talk about that, in the next video. So Badoof is just your basic Pokemon, and you start out, starting out the game. So you get your 7-card hand, you want to see a basic Pokemon, and you play them onto the bench. Now, Badoof does have a really strong counterpart in his stage 1 evolution. So Pokemon can evolve up to stage 3, unless it's going from a V to a V Max or a V to a V Star. So his stage 1 evolution is Bibarel. So what Bibarel is like really, one key difference is Bibarel will get a little bit more health. He'll probably have a little bit better of an attack. And sometimes that they do have a little bit higher of a retreat cost. It just depends on the card, actually. But Bibarel's pretty cool. And what makes him really strong is he has an Industrial Incisors ability. So Pokemon with ability, it will tell you right here what the ability does. It says once per turn, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. So if you're like playing your deck and you put like a few basics down and you attach your energy for turn, and you attach your tool card for turn, well, you kind of may want that refresh for the next turn, or you didn't get to play your supporter and you want something to kind of draw into the supporter. Well, turn 3, because keep in mind, your evolutions do have to sit down for one single turn before you can evolve them. But going into your first couple of turns, when this gets to rolling, this kind of does help your hand get better. And a couple other cards I'll show you here. Another card I'll actually show you here real quick that's a stage 1 evolution. It's called Drizzle. Drizzle is the evolved form of Sobble. Sobble sort of has a good effect, but why Drizzle's strong is he has the Shady Dillon's ability, which lets you add a card from your deck to your hand that says Trainer on it. So it can add almost about any card in your deck to your hand to help your plays facilitate. So this is like probably going to be like your bread and butter, like starting out. If you get one like the little precons or like the little introduction decks, you'll have probably like a single basic, and then you'll have maybe like a 1 or 2. You'll have your stage 1 or stage 2 evolution line. Also keep in mind, guys, that anytime you evolve, you still have to wait. Like, you can't just put this down and go right into stage 3. You have to like let him sit on the bench before you go into your stage 3. So keep that in mind, like as you're building your deck or you're going along. Just another couple cool cards I'll just show you here real fast. Pumpkaboo has these both have an ability. Just talk about their ability here real quick. Pumpkaboo lets you knock a stadium out and play. We'll go over stadium cards more in the next episode. And then Prominent Wisdom off of Rangaroo is a really strong ability right now because it lets you kind of recycle your hand. So if you have a dead card that's not going to be good for you now, you can put it to the side, draw a card, and then replace it with that. So there's just a lot of good cool tech cards in the game right now, but just kind of like give you like a prime example. Another card type that we play is called Radiance. So what Radiance was introduced in the Astral Radiance set, and they have like certain like different abilities. Now keep in mind, guys, that Radiance you can only own one Radiant in your deck. You can't play multiple Radiants in your deck because they're just really strong cards. Gardevoir has like a damage, can kind of like help you not get killed as easily by V Pokemon because all your stuff takes 20 less. Another really good card, I don't have it right now, is called Radiant Greninja. It has the Conceal card abilities that lets you pitch just any basic energy or any special energy from your hand to your discard pile to draw 2. So it's pretty cool. So Radiants do have like nifty little effects that kind of like can help mold your strategy together. They're new cards, so they're just now seeing play. You know, they haven't been seeing play for a long time. So if you're coming back to the game, it is a new mechanic in the game. Then I want to show you another cool. I'm going to show you a V Pokemon that's actually just really solid. So we're going to show you the Flying Pikachu V. So what makes so keep in mind, he is a basic, but what makes him different from your regular basic, like for example your Badoof, is he has a better color scheme. Like he's going to have a better artwork, he's going to have a better design. These two both serve the same purpose, as they will just basically sit to the bench to get to their evolved form. Their evolved form is what makes them better. But here, another difference between a V and just a regular plain old basic is the V will have more HP, so they're harder to get over. They also, like I said earlier in the video, they have this little rule box. So if they're knocked out, you get one more prize card versus if you knock this out during your gameplay. But this guy will evolve up into something like this. So this is called a VMAX. So VMAXs will always have a higher HP count. So for example, they will be probably around this ballpark of 310 to 320. So they're harder to get over. Now, and they'll have like a really good attack. Some of them do have abilities that are really solid, but his attack says he doesn't take any damage from a basic Pokemon. So in order for you to damage him next turn when he hits you with his ability, is you have to use a stage 1 or stage 2 evolution to be able to crack over it, or a VMAX or a V-Star. So you have to like basically either use one of him or a stage 1, stage 2 to get over. So they're really chunky and they're hard to get over. But where the payoff is pretty cool. If you're able to knock this thing out, you get 3 prize cards versus getting 1. So, you know, they're really strong, solid cards, but they're also harder to get over. And they also have really cool artworks on them too. You can get them in different artworks. I'm gonna show, this is a V-Star. So what makes a V-Star different from a V-Max per se is the V-Star will have this little text box down here that says V-Star power. It can be an attack, it can be an ability. It'll say ability, or if it's an attack, it'll have the attack cost right here. What what energy you need to have on to make it function. So keep in mind, guys, that V-Star moves can only be used 1 time per game. So if you're deck building or you're getting into deck building, it's not the brightest of ideas or the best ideas to actually build a deck that has a lot of V-Stars in it. Just for the simple fact is you can only activate that 1 V-Star power per game. So if you have this and like a Palkia, but if you activate this, you can't activate your Palkia. So, you know, it's just like, you know, they trade off. But, you know, in some decks, you know, like Palkia, that just needs its V-Star ability to get off. It's really strong. Now, here's a really key part. These, you do get 3, but these you only get 2. So these are starting to see more play because they give up less prizes now. And they also have really neat abilities. Like Darkrai's ability is just, you know, get 2 item cards back from your discard pile, which is really awesome. And the last card I'll show you guys, and I'll go ahead and then we'll go ahead and wrap this video up, is a basic V that has an ability when you trigger from the hand. So if you're at locals, I would definitely recommend talking to somebody, like I said, hey, do you have this, or do you have a Lumineon? These are really good toolbox cards. And what's so cool about him is the Dark Asset ability. It lets you draw till you have 6 cards in your hand. So if you're like maybe in a later part of your game, or if you're like in early game and you just need a couple more cards, this card is like really strong for that, to put onto the bench to actually help you get more cards. Like Luminion's also strong as well, because you put her onto the bench or him onto the bench, I'm not for sure, it's just a fish. But to get a supporter card from your deck to your hand, which, you know, if you haven't played a supporter card, that's really strong. All right, guys, well, if you have any questions on the video, I tried to explain it the best I could about the stuff that I've talked about so far. Just any questions in general, just leave them down in the comment section below. I look forward to actually having more of these videos with you guys, and I'm just hoping I can teach everybody how to play Pokemon TCG. And, you know, if there's something that I missed, go ahead and critique me in the comment section below, because I don't want to get better myself. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up for now. And stay tuned for the next video when we're going to talk about items, supporters, and stadiums.